Consider the functions f of x equals 4x plus 9 and g of x equals negative 2x minus 4. Evaluate f of negative 3. So what we need to do first for part A is go to f of x and plug in negative 3. So that will be 4 times negative 3 plus 9, which is negative 12 plus 9, which would just simplify to be negative 3. And then part B says find g of negative 3. So let's do that. We go over here to g of x and we plug in negative 3. So we're going to say negative 2 times negative 3 minus 4, which gives us 6 minus 4, which equals 2. All right, let's take a look at the next one. So C is saying to add f of x plus g of x. So if we add f of x plus g of x, that would be 4x plus 9 plus negative 2x minus 4. So if we combine like terms, that would give us 4x minus 2x is 2x. 9 plus negative 4 is 5. And then they say to evaluate f plus g of negative 3. So if we take where we added them together right here, and now we plug in negative 3, we would get 2 times negative 3 plus 5, which would give us negative 6 plus 5, which equals negative 1. And then part E says, what do you notice? What properties have you learned that explain your answer? So if we go back and examine what just happened, in part A, we found f of negative 3. By plugging in negative 3 for f, we got negative 3 for our answer. G of negative 3, so we plugged in negative 3 for g of x, and we got 2 for the answer. In part C, we added f of x plus g of x, and we got 2x plus 5 for our answer. And then in part D, it led you to do f plus g of negative 3. So after we added them, we plugged in negative 3, and we got negative 1. Now, if you notice, that would give you the same thing if you combined these two answers from A and B. So what it's trying to get you to notice is that f of negative 3 plus g of negative 3 is equal to f plus g of negative 3. So whether you find them separately and then add them together, or you add them together and then plug in negative 3, it doesn't really matter. So usually students think that this one over here on the left is easier to look at than the one on the right. So just know that you could distribute the negative 3 anytime you see it written that way, so that it might look easier. So if you distribute the negative 3, then that might look more like what we started with in part A and part B, which could be a little easier to figure out. All right, so let's finish up